You know, a big part of this Justin Baldoni Blake Lively feud is whether or not a smear campaign was conducted against her to like ruin her reputation in Hollywood and among like the general population. Because around the launch of the movie and the PR of the movie, there was a lot of bad press about her. And I think that she found it pretty unbelievable that people were actually talking about her this way. And she really felt sure that there was some sort of smear campaign against her to ruin her reputation and that his team must have done that. And when you go to like the larger groups on Reddit and stuff, like pop culture chat, people are very much pro Lively, pro there was obviously a smear campaign. But I just am not seeing any evidence of that. And I think that the Wayfarer Baldoni party has done a really good job of proving that they didn't conduct a smear campaign, even though they could have, which I think is where things are getting mixed up. Because what the general population has seen is that there was a plan in place to potentially conduct a smear campaign, or that their PR team could do that, that was part of what they offer. But the Baldoni party has time and time again proven that Justin did not want bots or any sort of inorganic content spread about Lively and about her. He didn't want her reputation to be smeared. They were fully just on the defensive because after what had happened on set on the movie with her having that 7-point list of all of her demands, most of which had already been met, they were like, a storm is coming. We feel like a storm is coming and we kind of need to prepare ourselves for that and like figure out how we're going to defend ourselves, and if we need to go on that offensive, what we're going to have to do. But here's his PR team like confirming, no, we're not using bots. We are not spreading any misinformation or inorganic information. All we're doing is amplifying positive information about you and amplifying true negative press about her. And this is why I think that her PR campaign has actually worked better with the general public than his. And I think part of that is because she's a woman and people want to believe women and want to believe that women wouldn't lie, which is, yeah. And I think another part of it is it's pretty easy to believe that a man with a platform about being a feminist and a non-toxic male could and would actually be a predator, because we've seen that so often, you know, like Russell Brand and people like that, where it's like, we thought you like were on your high horse talking about all of your moral superiority and now you're over here being a predator. And honestly, I think that this is all meant to be a distraction from the fact that she has no evidence of sexual harassment on set. And even more so, the evidence that like her all of her claims do not meet the threshold for sexual harassment even if they did happen.